Okay, let's see what you came up with. So when you walked through this, I hope that you saw, heard that the fairy sound on this slide was obviously the highest pitch. It should have sounded the squeakiest, and therefore the drum didn't. Between the two bells, the smaller bell should have sounded higher, so therefore the cowbell had the lower pitch. But when the bells got bigger, the cowbell became the medium-sized bell, and so the little bell remained the highest pitch, but the larger, longer church bell there became the lowest pitch. And so if we compare bells, the smallest bell remains the one with the highest pitch. The bell that is the largest or the longest has the lowest pitch. In terms of the xylophone, what are we vibrating when we tap on the xylophone? We're vibrating the little metal pieces. So comparing the little metal pieces, the longest piece should have sounded the lowest, and the shortest piece should have sounded the highest. In the lids, when we tap them, the largest lid of the biggest pot should have sounded the lowest, and therefore the smallest pot with the smallest lid should have sounded the highest. If we imagine these instruments wound to one long tube, of course that tuba is all twisted and so is the trumpet. But when we compared them, the shortest should be the highest sound. The flute is generally thought of as, squeaky. The longest tube should be the tuba, and it has the lowest sound. When you go on to the waters, things get a little more complicated, and kids often think that they're vibrating the glasses, but the glasses are all the same length. So what are we vibrating? We're creating vibrations in the water. So we compare the height of the water. So the water that is filled almost to the top, that glass has the most water, and so you can consider it the largest amount of water. Therefore, it would have the lowest pitch. And therefore, the smallest amount of water, the shorter amount of water, should be the highest pitch. Okay, I hope that you did try these at home to try and train your ear with in-person learning. But what you should have noticed is that, number one, all sounds that you created were made by vibrations, the movement of an object back and forth. So short, small objects vibrate faster than long, large objects. So short objects, the vibrations can move faster through them. So therefore, the sound is higher because the vibrations are faster. In a long, large object, the vibrations slow down. So therefore, the slower the vibration, the lower the sound. All right, continue practicing.